Hey everyone, welcome to episode 8 of The Can. It's been a little bit of a break, but we're back and we're excited to talk about some more basketball. So, I got a question for you as we start every single podcast. So, I was just thinking about, traveling. We both kind of been out of the state recently.
That's true.
If there was any state, and you can't say, okay, I won't say state, any city in the United States that you haven't visited before that you wish you could visit. And you can't say Miami because you've been to Miami. I know you want to say Miami, but any city that you've not visited before that you wish you could visit.
So we're specifically like kind of restricted to America, I'm guessing.
Only in the United States, yeah.
Okay. Can I give you like a top three, or is it just like number one?
Sure.
Okay, so Los Angeles is definitely one of them. Just like it's kind of obvious, like Hollywood, just LA. Another place I would really want to visit is probably Nashville, Tennessee. It just seems like a very nice place. It's like the music capital of America. Parties are go crazy. Those Midwest girls are also very cute. So for third one, I would say probably like New Orleans, Louisiana. I mean, I know Mardi Gras is a big thing, but like I've heard the food there is amazing. Just the culture, like French Quarter sounds pretty cool. So I guess those would be my top three. Let me ask you the same question, my friend. Your top three cities.
Yeah, so I'm really glad you said New Orleans because New Orleans is definitely my top city. I love food, so
Yeah.
definitely want to be around that area. Definitely during Mardi Gras, be kind of sick.
Crazy.
Love Popeyes, but I don't know if that's that's at all.
I mean, this is a Louisiana kitchen. That's what it says. So
That's what I'm saying, bro. And the second place is Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is a really nice place.
Yeah. Never been there, but seems really cool.
Sure.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So, and then the last one, probably Phoenix, Arizona.
D-Book.
Yeah, D-Book.
Because Katie's coming there. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, basically. But yeah, I mean, I feel like traveling's interesting. We're both going to be sort of going different places, and it's such a big country. You know what I mean? And you're from Canada. What's your favorite? I don't know why I'm asking you this. Okay, what's your second favorite city in Canada?
Second favorite. So I mean, I'll be honest with you. I haven't really traveled to Canada that much. I mean, I lived there for 9 years. I mainly stayed in Mississauga, which is like 30 minutes from Toronto. So
Is that where Russell Peters is from?
He's from Brampton, which is also as B Town because 95% of the population is brown. So, but yeah, I mean, like Russell Peters, just feel like he's awesome. Awesome comedian if you haven't seen him yet. Going to cities, I've been to Vancouver, I've been to Montreal. So I can't really say. I mean, that's like all there is in Canada. Like the rest is kind of junk. So I would say number two would probably be Montreal. Just because of like the French influence and like just like more European compared to like some of the other like urban cities, Canada. So I would say that. I actually want to ask you a question since we are talking about cities. So there's a lot of talking about this, but if you could pick two expansion teams in the NBA, what cities would you pick them?
Oh,
for like
easy.
each conference.
Each conference.
I mean, like one per each conference.
Sheesh. As soon as you said each conference, you threw me off guard.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna start out. To all the Seattle fans that lost to Supersonic, I definitely want to see another NBA team in Seattle. I think that's like
For sure.
that's like that has to be priority number one.
Yeah.
Getting a new NBA team in Seattle. It's a major market city. And the fact that there's only really one team truly in the Northwest, the Pacific Northwest and Portland, I think having a team like Seattle would be wild.
Portland.
The East Coast would be kind of.
I mean, you can also Vancouver because like they kind of got their song by the Memphis.
I mean that's true, but that would still be a Western Conference team.
Would it really?
I think it would. Wouldn't? Isn't Vancouver like West?
I thought it was. I thought it was more of an east. I mean, I don't remember the geography of Canada, but I thought it was more eastern. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna pick like a East Coast team, maybe like Tampa. I don't know. I just feel like Tampa has like every major sports team, like every major league sports, every sports team, the major ones.
What about like New Jersey, like somewhere in New Jersey? Would that also like?
Oh, that's true. Like replacing the, but I don't know. Like I feel like they don't need one.
Yeah.
I don't know if New Jersey needs one.
What about okay? What about Pittsburgh? That could be a solid
Oh,
team.
that's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. But I mean, like Pennsylvania already has a team. Like I feel. Oh, but Florida has like two as well.
I mean, so does like other like sports, like like Steelers and then like the Eagles.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Honestly, they
yeah,
actually have everything. Yeah,
yeah,
Pittsburgh would be
yeah,
a perfect place.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely like the, but I think Seattle first. I think Las Vegas would be like a second
I was gonna say Las
because
Vegas
Las Vegas has
because they have a
had like
WNBA team too.
they do.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they do. Of
the
course, I knew
Aces,
that. Let's go.
and they play like summer league there,
That's true.
and
Yeah.
also like other tournaments. All the like the draft, like all like the fucking like odds, like the probability, the betting, which makes sense because it's fucking Vegas. It's
Yeah.
all there. Yeah.
100%. Okay, so now we're gonna get into some basketball. So crazy free agency
Oh yeah.
thing this week. What was your like most like what were you most interested in? What were you most shocked by?
Dude, I have to ask something. I'm sort of starting to get this like thing that like Kyrie and Katie are just like toying with the NBA right now. Like because I feel like this is where I come from. So like I feel like the fucking Timberwolves just gave away way too much to Rudy Gobert, and now like if you're trying to trade Kevin Durant, they want like half of your team plus your grandmother and your kids too. So like it's just crazy. Like I don't know if like he's a tradable player right now.
Yeah, I agree with that, but yeah, I think the Rudy like I saw Nick Wright talking about how the Rudy Gobert trade kind of fucked up
Everything,
all like
yeah.
the standard for free agency for trades, right? Because if you really think about it, if you look at the Anthony Davis trade a few years ago, right? I don't know about you. I thought that was an insane haul, right? I
Yeah.
thought at the time it was an insane haul.
Yeah.
You got Brandon Ingram, you got Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, plus like 4 first round picks, right? Brandon Ingram obviously was, the headline of
The
all that.
Pelicans lost all of them too, majority of
Yeah.
the time.
Then, and then like a year later, you have the Drew Holiday trade.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, why would you give? Because they gave up 4 players and like 3 or 4 first-round picks for Drew Holiday, who had one All Star.
Where the Bucks did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he had one All Star recognition to his name. A great defender, right? But wasn't the kind of player you'd see trading that much at those many
But
assets
both
for.
teams won a championship like right after. So
I know,
that's crazy.
I know. That's what's crazy about it. But still, right? That's how much they gave away for Drew Holiday, and that became crazy. Then you go to the Rudy Gobert trade.
So can we come to a conclusion that if you trade a player to the Pelicans, you win a championship right after that?
Wait, who else? Like who? Oh, true, because it was the Lakers and then the Bucks.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's true. Yeah, and the Pelicans are still fucking trash, dude.
They're just making Zion fatter. That's like their own goal right now.
my boy's a fucking hippo.
Yeah, but he did lose some weight to be fair. But
He actually did, yeah. That's true. He's looking kind of not
Beefy,
fat
yeah.
anymore though. But yeah, you saw the Drew Holiday trade. And then this year, the Rudy Gobert trade, right? Where you had someone who is like, for a center, like disgustingly overpaid.
Oh yeah, very overrated.
Extremely.
There's actually this other video. Where
Okay, Ben Simmons gave him 42.
Yeah. There was actually this video of Flight reacts, kind of just like reacting to the All-Star game. And on that play, like someone lobbed it to Rudy Gobert and he laid it up. And Flight was like, no one wants to see fucking like Rudy Gobert playing the All-Star game.
Rudy Gobert.
Gobert, yeah.
Rudy Gobert. But yeah, like he set the standard for, just how bad, because they gave up what, like 5 first-round picks?
Too many.
Like 5 players. He gave up Pat Bevan that too. Dude, come on,
Malik
that dog.
Beasley.
Dude, Malik.
The Cougar Hunter.
But they gave up all that, and
I'm actually kind of curious to see how Pat Bev does in a city like Utah, because their fans are notoriously not the nicest people. So
they'll get behind him, right? But what do you think? What do you think about Donovan Mitchell's situation? And do you think that a trade will get done given the haul that they got for Rudy Gobert?
I think he's in the Miami Heat.
You think he's gonna go to the Miami Heat?
Yeah.
Who do you think they're?
Kyle Lowry for starter definitely has to go.
Kyle Lowry's gonna go, you think?
I mean, like
I don't think they're gonna want Kyle
he can
Lowry. Do you
play
think so?
PG because he's like 6'1", and
Yeah, but do you think they're going to give up someone like Kyle Lowry?
yeah, I mean, like he hasn't really done much in Miami, and he's also aging, and his contract isn't like the greatest.
I think
And he's
so.
slimming down too, so it's not that good to look at. He's behind right now.
What do you think about the value of Udonis Haslem?
Donis had oh shit.
Yeah,
You gotta I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
bro.
really,
I
I'm
might
really,
donate some blood for that shit. That's
yeah,
it.
dude. I'm honestly thinking like the Heat's priority, like sure, trade for Donovan Mitchell, but really they should be trying to figure out how to give Udonis Haslem a
Actually, wait,
max.
they can't do that. They can't do you know why?
Because he's
Because they're actually their management came to his house to make him re-sign for like an additional year. True story. It's like he's like a fucking super max player or something, dude. Like literally in that group included like Jimmy Butler, Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley, and some other like higher end like executives, which like blows my mind because he's Udonis Haslam. Like
yeah, Udonis Haslem's a fossil, but yeah, I don't know, man.
he's gonna play longer than LeBron.
Yeah, and but okay, honestly, I think my craziest sort of actually going back, what do you think they're gonna trade for Donovan Mitchell though?
Oh, we'll definitely have to get some picks in there for sure. Kyle Lowry. I could see Duncan Robinson going. Maybe players like Gabe Vincent too. I know they're definitely gonna keep like Bam. They're gonna keep Jimmy Butler. They're gonna keep Tyler
Do you think they're
Hero.
gonna keep Tyler
I
Hero?
think they are.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
mean,
Tyler
after winning
Hero
six
has to
player of
go.
the year, like
Yeah, but they gotta trade something that's
yeah.
gonna be valuable and someone who's young.
And to play on the other side right now, I heard Tyler Hero saying that like because he wants a starting position and he wants more minutes in the rotation. I don't know if Miami can give him that right now.
Yeah, that's what makes the Jazz perfect.
Yeah.
Then they also got to get rid of Mike Connolly,
Yeah, that's true.
right? And Mike Connolly's not going to be an easy move either because he's 35, and
Yeah.
they're probably going to have to trade him to a team that,
I could see like a 3-team trade happening between like
yeah.
Heat, Utah, and like another team. Maybe Pacers might get something this time.
So, what do you think about the DeAndre Ayton situation?
Dude, he was on the Pacers for like 5 hours, and then the Suns just matched
I
him
heard it
up
wasn't
for
even five
like
hours. It was
4
like
hours.
literally seconds. Like it was like a minute, but it took long for the news to come out.
Oh damn, I didn't
So
know
like
that.
as soon as they got the offer sheet, they were like, "Hell yeah!"
I mean, it's like a smart move for the
It
Suns.
was,
Yeah,
but the Suns clearly didn't want to give him the max, and they
yeah.
basically gave him the max.
They're
So
forced to.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
forced to, right? I think they would have much rather had him for like, a 4 year, like they would have much rather had him for like a Jalen Brunson type contract, right?
Bro, don't bro.
We're gonna
Jalen
get to
Brunson
that.
was so overpaid, dude.
We're gonna get to that. But yeah, with DeAndre Ayton, like I feel like the Suns have to trade him. I feel like their situation's so toxic right now
Yeah,
between the two. Like it almost makes I feel like this move is perfect in the sense that now they have someone to trade to the Nets.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they also, if they don't end up trading him, and like the toxicity that you're discussing shows like DeAndre Ayton that like okay, like this organization, like I've had some problems with him, but like them like matching the Pacers offer shows that they have like trust in my abilities, and I think that could be like like raises like fucking like esteem up, playing wise for that too.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, Aiton is much better. He's going to be much better on the Suns than he will be on the Nets if he goes to the Nets.
Yeah,
All right,
that's true.
I feel like he's too much of a typical center, like not a typical, like a traditional center,
Yeah,
and he plays a really good role for the Suns because he really does something that no one else on that team does. But without having a Chris Paul, a Devin Booker in the backcourt, he's not it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also like I don't know, the Nets just fucking suck too. That's the
Okay.
thing.
So going back to Jalen Brunson, right?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that whole fiasco?
Okay, I'll answer your question. Let me ask you something. When you see Jalen Brunson, what do you see?
I see a point guard.
You know what the Knicks fans see? They see second coming of Michael fucking Jordan. So like I don't know. I mean like
He's a Brunson burner.
the Brunson brunch, yeah. I mean like I'll be honest, he played good in that series against, like he really helped when fucking Luca wasn't playing and he was injured.
Yeah.
And then I feel like he was a second aide, which is not necessarily a good thing. But like Knicks is just an organization where careers go to die. It doesn't matter how much money they give out. Like They just end
Yeah.
up failing and flailing. So
But I was speaking to one of my my coworkers actually, and we were talking about how a lot of times what the Knicks do is they find these people that have way bigger egos
yeah,
than they really need to have, right? They think they're way better than they actually are, and then they don't play well as a team, and then they get a
yeah.
massive contract to justify that overinflated ego,
They've done that so many times
right?
too.
And then they have a team that sucks that just doesn't function well with players that are overpaid.
Like, do you remember the big three of Derrick Rose, Melo, and Porzingis? They were like, "Oh yeah, championship bound," and Derrick Rose was injured, like majority of the time.
Yeah, he was
Chris
dealing with a
Stapps,
lot
Chris
in that
Stapps
period
was
of
not
time.
giving that many touches because Melo was such a fucking ball hog, and Melo was his
Check
aging
out check out our
stud.
mellow mix. It's real good.
Yeah, respect to Melo. 62 points. That was crazy. That was
That is
crazy.
wild. One of the greatest isolation players in
Yeah,
basketball.
for sure.
But yeah, I absolutely agree. And they did the same thing with Evan Fournier. To be honest with you, the Julius Randle situation,
It was
yeah, because he did kind of he actually deserved more given his year, right? Like I feel like he could have very easily been like, I want a 4-year, $140 million contract, and he was second team All NBA.
but his series against the Hawks, so that was
It was
disgusting.
horrible. It was actually so trash. Like I don't know what happened to that team in the playoffs, but they won the same number of games as the Celtics.
I mean, they won one game and then they started celebrating. They were like, "We won Brooklyn," and then they lost the next 3 games after that.
Yeah, such a poverty franchise.
It's an understatement. Yeah.
No, Stephen A. Smith was like the last time the Knicks won a championship. I was 5 years old.
Yeah, it was like 1972 or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, I actually don't know how old Stephen A. Smith is, but
It's like 60 plus for sure.
but yeah, with the Jalen Brunson situation too, it really sucks. Is I
Yeah.
felt like the Mavs had a really great year,
Yeah, they did.
right?
They did.
And there was like this trajectory of where they could go, right? And Jalen Brunson was young, right? He was only going to get better. I think he functioned well in the Mavs system. Luka, great player. They just got Christian Wood. Like they had a good thing going. And what this free agency outcome really results in is that like really your second best player is going to a team that's not going to compete for a championship in the coming future, like
Yeah.
at all. Right. Now the Mavs are worse. So now Doncic, who really needs help, has less help. Right. I think the Mavs are screwed and the Knicks are screwed.
I think the Knicks are more screwed just because of the Knicks. But fun fact, there's actually this very affluent individual, that hates the Mavs a lot. And his name is Bill Gates. And there's a very specific reason for that. Apparently, there was a conference in Las Vegas. Bill Gates was giving a speech on something like Windows or whatever. The next speaker up was Mark Cuban. And before Mark started his speech, he said, "I just want to thank Bill Gates for being my opening act." And ever since he said that, Bill Gates has hated both Mark Cuban and the Mavericks franchise a lot.
That's actually unreal.
Yeah.
Isn't Steve Ballmer? He's like the co-founder of Microsoft, right?
Is he? I don't know. I mean, I know he's the founder. I know he owns the Clippers, but like that's.
I feel like Steve Ballmer tries to like emulate everything that Mark Cuban is, with just like his like overwhelming energy and stuff for the Clippers. And I'm like, dude, you
definitely
own the
takes a while
Clippers
before you scan.
for real. So speaking back to actually nothing. The Sacramento Kings, someone put $10,000 that the Sacramento Kings are going to win a championship
Oh
this
yeah, I
year.
heard about that.
Yeah.
What was the payout? It was like crazy, like high. It was like over $1 million. Like I don't even know.
Do you think the Sacramento Kings are gonna make the playoffs this year?
It's another poverty franchise.
An Indian guy owns the Kings.
That's probably why it's a poverty franchise.
He like takes them to India each year. They play an
Yeah.
exhibition
Dude,
game.
also, his daughter is like his artist or something, and the only place she has performed is like the Kings are.
Golden One Center.
Yeah, or it was like Anjali World or something. It's actually kind of funny.
But yeah, I mean, with that whole like Jalen Brunson situation, it's just an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you
Okay.
please talk about the Clippers? I really want to talk about the Clippers.
Okay.
I feel like on paper, it's like one of those things. Like there's been so many circumstances in basketball where you just like look at a lineup and like, damn, team's winning a championship. And when the regular season comes, either players get injured or they just chemistry sucks or they just don't perform well. But I feel like the Clippers are going to be in like such a similar situation given their history in the past like couple of years. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's very likely. It's sad because the Clippers have such a good team on paper,
Yeah,
right? They filled every hole that a team needs,
yeah,
right? They have a great point guard. They have a two great superstar players there.
yeah,
They have a good bench, they have a good coach,
yeah.
but health has been a big issue for that team. Kawhi Leonard's
To have
probably
big
gonna
three all like on all unhealthy, it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and Kawhi's probably gonna manage his load through the entire season. And Paul George, he's coming off an injury.
That's the only time when I
John
don't like
Wall,
someone who holds their load.
and then John Wall hasn't played for almost a year and a half,
Yeah,
right? So,
he's just sitting on a fat bag right now.
oh my
I
God,
bet he
yeah.
goes to the bank every day.
So something about the Wizards just overpaying their players. I went to Washington D.C. recently.
Oh,
Eh,
how was your trip to DC?
it was good. Saw the Smithsonian. Lived in Bethesda. Bethesda's cool.
Hey, that's cool.
But I walked past United One Arena and I was like, wow, they just had Bradley Beal and Wall just fleece this entire organization, and it happened twice, and they're not going to win a championship for the next 50 years.
Yeah,
Which is crazy. The Wizards are probably one of the most underratedly horrible front offices in the entire NBA. They are so bad
yeah,
at what they do.
terrible.
It's unreal. I feel like that team is just destined for failure. Just about like they just give way too much money to players that it's fair that they gave that kind of money to Bradley Beal,
Yeah.
but really they should have been figuring out ways to move him. They really should have been
See, I
figuring
feel
out.
like they don't care about winning. They just want like marketability. If they have Bradley Beal, that's like their only marketability left. If he leaves and they're gonna rebuild, no one's gonna fucking go to Wizard games.
And people will still go to. There's Kings fans.
Huh?
There's Kings fans. People still go to Kings
those are
games.
paid actors. It's just the Indian owners, like relatives coming from India for free.
Hey, let's go. It's like, but yeah,
That's
like
support right there.
hello, sir. Welcome to the Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
But no, for real. Like, people are still gonna go to the games, but if you're trying to win, you got to give, and you could get like a good return for Bradley Beal. Like, what do you think you could get for Bradley Beal?
You could, I mean, like, are we talking about like picks or like
Any like assets, given like what we've seen recently?
dude, so much, dude. He's like a pure scorer. He has good handles. He like considering his history, he's like loyal. So like if he goes to a different team, like you're not gonna be scared of him leaving, jumping ship or something like that. And like from what all his teammates have said, including John Wall, who fucking hates the rest of the organization, like he's like, yeah, Bradley Beal's my brother. He's a great person to be around. So I just feel like all that stuff. If he goes on a different team, like they'll absolutely love him.
Yeah, I agree, and I feel you get a lot in return too.
Yeah.
Like if you trade him to the Heat, you most assuredly get Tyler Hero,
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
right? Right. I think if you traded him to the Suns, you could get Deandre Ayton. There's so many guys that like you could probably get in return for him.
Yeah.
Plus, you get a ton of picks, and you can restart the whole thing with a new coach.
Yeah.
And they've had like the way the Wizards usually function
But
is
like, oh wait, one second. That's actually not possible because the only player in the NBA that has a no trade clause is Bradley
yeah,
Beal.
but I'm talking about like before he signed that extension.
Yeah.
Right. The other person I was really upset about who signed an extension, I love Damian Lillard, right?
He never runs from the grind.
But my point is they gave him a 2-year, $122 million contract, right? And that makes me mad because I really want Dame to win. And I'm starting to think he doesn't even want to win.
He just wants the money.
Yeah, I feel like he put himself in a situation now where they really can't sign anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking cap on that team, dude.
It's crazy.
Where the fuck is the cap? Like, help me find the fucking cap.
He just like photoshops like other players in Portland.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, you're not getting KD for fucking Anthony Simons. Like, I'm just telling you right now.
Like one thing I respect about James Harden was he took like a 15 mil like pay.
Yeah, that's what he needed to do, right? If Dame was serious about that, he would have been like, I don't care who the fuck is on this team. Just you can take my fucking mid-ass wife too. I don't care. Just take her. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, like for real.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, but like for real, like he didn't make any kind of personal sacrifice to make that type of flexibility possible.
I agree with that.
And like now, what do you have? right?
Very. I mean, like,
You have a team that's not gonna compete ever, and Dame is not gonna fucking compete ever,
yeah,
right? So yeah, it does kind of suck. Like even if they gave him a DeAndre Ayton,
yeah,
right? You know how much he could do with DeAndre Ayton?
could do a lot.
Yeah. Like you have like your entire interior presence is dealt with DeAndre Ayton.
Then you have like two like pure scorers in Dame and like Anthony Simons
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And you can suddenly have a team that can have 50 wins and doesn't just like fucking flop like it does every year.
Yeah, all I'm saying is like I feel if Portland has any chance of success in this free agency, they'll have to remove a lot of their like contracts out, which means like trading a lot of players for like lesser amount, so they can make like cap space, like you said, for a big name player such as I don't think that's gonna happen anymore, but like like that kind of a caliber player. But I think right now they're in a tough situation. If Dame truly wants to win and he wants to in Portland, that's fair. I'm not gonna say anything against that. But you just can't like sign like a $60 million like deal. That's just not
Yeah,
possible.
because you can't move him now,
Yeah.
right?
No one wants that kind of
Yeah,
contract.
you can't move him. No one has a contract like that.
Unless you're like a dumb like the Houston Rockets or something who fucking take
But
anyone.
even then, if you really want to move him to a contender, right? I want to see him in Milwaukee or Denver,
But I mean like Portland
right?
doesn't really care where they move him to. They
I
just
mean, they
want
don't
like the
care. He
best
doesn't
return.
care. Obviously, he doesn't
He
care
doesn't run
either.
away from the grind. So
Yeah,
yeah.
never runs away from the grind. All right, so we're gonna be wrapping things up soon, but I need to ask you one more question. So if you were to
Absolutely.
take a skill of two all-time great players,
Yeah.
right? Any two to make the most well-rounded basketball specimen ever.
Is it just skill, or do I have to add like height and like strength and stuff like that too?
Okay. So, for example, like, you might say you want Giannis's like physicality and you want I don't want to like give you, you know what
Well,
I
I mean, I
mean?
already know what I'm gonna say, but I mean, skills is like one aspect, and then like like
Yeah.
height, like strength.
Like for example, would you be like Ben Simmons plus Curry, right?
Yeah,
Like
I would say LeBron plus Curry.
LeBron plus Curry?
Like, are we including his IQ, his like
Yeah.
passing? Yeah. Oh yeah, LeBron Curry. That's it.
Okay, so I was thinking about it. I would say either Giannis or Curry or Shaq and Curry.
But I feel like Shaq would still be slow though. Like he wouldn't be fast.
No, but he's mixed with Curry.
I know, but whose body are we using? Are we using
No,
Curry's
but they
body?
have everybody's ability. So like the same running
Like Curry
speed.
has like a 16-inch vertical all of a sudden.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be, but like every skill that each of them possesses, you have
What
them.
about Carl Malone and Gilbert Arenas?
Oh, that's a menace.
That's a fucking
That's a
menace
menace.
too.
No. You mix those two plus Pat Bev,
Bev, yeah, that'd
plus
be
Pat
crazy.
Bev, and you have a literal like terror to society
Yeah,
right there.
and you add Delonte West, and you have the biggest drug addict in the world.
Okay, so okay, this is actually another question I got for
Yeah.
you. Favorite character in Snowfall?
Favorite character? I mean, I kind of want to say Franklin Safe, but like that's just like so cliche. Like
Yeah.
anyone would say Franklin. So I want to say Uncle Jerome for me.
Yo, why'd you have to say that? I was gonna say the same thing.
Fuck.
Oh shit, no, I can get behind that. I don't want to say Teddy because
Teddy's
Teddy's a
bitch.
snake.
I don't like
He's a
Teddy.
snake. No, he's interesting though, but he's a snake. And then his
Uh,
wife's even more of a snake.
yeah. I mean, there are some. Oh, I mean, have you? What about Avi? Avi's so chill, dude.
No, I don't like
You don't
Avi.
like Avi, bro?
Avi annoys me.
What
Avi.
season are you on right now?
Okay, I'm on season 3. Actually, I'm on season 4. I'm season 4, episode 1.
I mean, I finished season 5, but I think you'll really like his character season 4.
Oh
He
yeah.
just seems more nonchalant, and he just like he kind of becomes like a friend for Franklin, so you kind of like him more, I guess.
I think I might say like either Leon or Peaches.
I I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything.
Oh no, yeah. I might have to say Leon. I might have to say Leon.
Leon's kind of a bitch season 4, but
Yeah.
he's still Leon. He's still chill.
Yeah. You know what's weird though?
What about Man Boy?
Oh no, I can't like Man Boy.
Yeah, he's the
I
enemy.
can't like Man
But
Boy
dude, he's
because
like the Vine star, right? Remember him?
is he really?
Yeah. He just turned into actor. He was like a big. He was so popular on Vine. He was like just all these like comedic like skits and stuff like that. It was so funny.
Yeah, dude. I'm so surprised with the acting in that show too.
Yeah.
With like Damson Idris, like
Yeah.
he is insane.
Yeah.
And I'm so surprised he isn't like more well known. Just given,
Exactly.
like, he's British.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I watched an interview with him, and he's like full British.
He's like 21 Savage.
Yeah, he's like British. He British bloke.
Tuesday in it.
It's Tuesday, ain't it? Yeah, no, he's like really British. And dude, Kevin, like the guy that died in. Anyways, you guys watch the show. I just spoiled it for you. Kevin dies in episode in season 2.
Yeah.
But Kevin's also British, and he's even more British than Damson Idris.
That's crazy.
I know, but
okay, all I'm gonna say is I don't want to spoil anything, but Kevin's death plays a big part in season 5. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Definitely watch it though. Snowfall's a great show.
For sure. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to us. We love all the support. And this is episode 8. We've come a long way. Just please make sure to follow our Instagram account. That's can_basketball. We also have a very good YouTube channel, the Can Basketball Podcast. We have a ton of mixes over there. 26 subscribers right now. We'd love to have more. And thank you so much for listening. And please stay tuned for next time.